from a cycling choir. It's coast and country.
In the historical town of Caldicot is a group of people with a very special talent.
The Caldicot Male Voice Choir has been singing and performing since 1963. They also cycle together.
And today I've decided to join them. Well, for the cycling part at least.
Tony Griffiths has been a chorister for the past 12 years. He came up with the idea that a choir that sings together could also cycle together.
Tony, a choir that cycles, how did that all come about?
Well, I think the choir started in about 1963, but about 10 years ago, 2012, a few of us in the choir, we had bikes and thought, let's go out and do a few laps, just get into doing some cycling, and it's just gone on from there, really.
The rest is history.
Yeah, and most years since then we've done sort of charity rides, and over the period, over the last 10 years, along with the golf section we've got in the choir as well, we've raised over £50,000 for charities.
We know the benefits of singing, and we know that it benefits people when they do exercise. Yeah. But bringing the two together, that must be great.
Well, I think it's camaraderie, really. We get together, and it's quite a big social network around the choir as well, really.
You've got a kit, you've got a trailer. I mean, this is serious stuff. And you started it all as well.
Yeah, well, I had a bike and I thought I need to lose some weight. So I thought, and I was talking to a few other guys, I said, yeah, I could do with losing weight as well. So we decided to, start riding. And then, why don't we make some money for charity as well?
Alyn Dawe is another long-standing member. He's been in the choir for more than 3 decades.
You've been in the choir for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, over 30 years, 35.
And you've seen it change quite a bit.
It's been a big change in 35 years. It started off as a traditional steelworking men's choir, and 10 years ago Tony put together the cycle club, and we started doing, the first one we did was the Taff Trail, which was from Brecon down to Cardiff, which was a very interesting bike ride, and none of us being that keen cyclists. So it took a bit of doing, but great fun on the way, and we've been doing it ever since.
Well, why did you decide to join the choir in the first place?
I was in my mid-20s, and one of the current choristers at the time gave me a ticket and my brother to go and watch an annual concert in Caldicot. And I'd never heard the choir sing before, so I went along, and I sat in the audience with my brother and our wives, and I was amazed what a lovely sound, 75 not good-looking men, without too much accompaniment, it's just the piano, what a great sound they could make, and I thought, oh, I fancy a bit of that.
What sort of a difference does it make, cycling and singing?
You have to move with the times, and a male voice choir wouldn't survive without having extra legs to it. We've also got a golf society, which I've been the captain of for a few years. So there's golf, there's cycling, we do walking. It's just a modern way of doing things.
It's like a social club, isn't it? You sing and you cycle, but it's all about meeting people.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we have people who stay in the choir for a long time. We don't get many people leave the choir, because of the things, that the choices you've got. You can, if you just want to sing, you can just go and sing, but not many just do that singing. Most of them do come along social things. If they can't ride a bike now, they'll come and support us. On our cycling charity days. It's all done for charity at the end of the day. So yeah, and if you can't cycle, you can come along and support us, and that's kind of how we do it.
We've been cycling around the grounds of Caldicot Castle, but in a minute I'll be finding out just how all this extra legwork has helped keep the guys in tune. I joined the Caldicot Male Voice Choir out on a cycle as they make the most of the beautiful scenery around them. Taking part in activities like this has brought them all closer together and helped them improve as a choir. The choir believes exercise really helps them hit those high notes. So after a few circuits of the castle grounds, it's time to put it to the test.
Well, while it might be the end of our cycle route, it doesn't end there. This is more than just a group of people who meet up to sing and cycle. There's a social aspect to it as well.
Lyn Gauntlett says the choir and its cycle club has also helped with everyone's well-being and fitness.
Lyn, do you look forward to coming here every week?
Oh, absolutely, Sean. It's a great social life. We practice twice a week. We have lots of concerts. It's a whole family. It's a whole means of well-being for all the choristers.
So some of the members sing, some of the members cycle, and some of them do both.
It all adds to the social life of the choir, and everyone looks forward to coming to practice. During COVID, we couldn't practice at all for 2 years, but now they're coming back, and there are over 62 in the choir. Age ranges from 25 to our oldest chorister is 99. We have 4 choristers, 3 here today, who've served in the choir for more than 50 years. You know, so it just proves that singing in a choir leads to happier, longer life.
Would you say you've made friends for life here?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've been in the choir for 13 years now. There are a fairly large number that I can call good friends, but I'm friends with all of them.
While this may be a male voice choir, Sian Hatton has been the musical director here for more than 30 years.
Well, Sian, what's it been like being part of this choir for 30 years?
Well, it's 37 years actually.
37.
Oh, yes. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Always, my dad was a member of a male voice choir, so it was always in our house. I went to concerts, and it was one of my little ambitions, I think, to be in the front, controlling all these men for all years. And here I am doing it.
Yeah, they listen, all the men
They
listen.
do. They're very, very good. They're very disciplined, and they do listen.
Have you got a stern face?
Yeah, I think they're a bit frightened.
We won't tell them. So you're an important part of the choir, but it's been a big part of your life as well, hasn't it?
Huge part of my life. I've even changed my job for the choir. I'm a nurse by profession, and at one time I worked in Willerton in Somerset, but I used to drive back to Wales twice a week for rehearsal, and after about 2 years it got a bit much, so I came back to Wales to work. Yes, just to be with the choir.
It was the choir or the job?
It was, and the choir went.
Came first?
Yes. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be in charge of this choir?
The thing that always amazes me with male voice choirs, this sort of choir, is they're all amateurs. None of them read music, and they come from all walks of life, and yet they come in here and they learn all the songs and they make the most beautiful music. And I just think it's wonderful. Even after all these years, it still gives me a shiver down the spines. Yeah. It's fantastic.
I mean, I just heard some of it now, and it's just beautiful hearing a male voice choir, and they are fantastic, aren't they? Yeah. What do you, when you walk away, when those moments when they just sing a beautiful tune, which is all the time, of course,
yes.
How does it make you feel?
It's just a thrill. It just gives you the wonderful hairs on the back of the neck moment, and you just feel totally uplifted and exhilarated. It's absolutely wonderful. It's wonderful.
Would you ever leave?
Not unless they sack me, I think.
They won't do that because they're scared of you.
I hope not.
It's clear that this choir has bonded through their singing and their cycling. And it's something that will continue long into the future.
While I take in the performance, it's over to Hannah and a new project reconnecting our salmon rivers.